call a meeting to order. The public hearing for 2021-22 levy of the tax is now in session at 6 p.m. Mr. Eisenbeis?
Dead. Nope, it came on. Well, it may be on. It just went off. It's dead.
Maybe I need...
So this is the annual public hearing to set our tax rate, which the formula comes from the county assessor's office. The assessment rate did go down this year, although it was an reassessment year, so that is why the assessment went down, but our collections is actually up. So you see the rollback rate from 0.7697 to 0.7473 for 2021 due to the substantial increase in our assessed valuation due to the Hancock and Missouri state statutes. There's a limit on how much real estate tax revenues can increase other than new construction.
Has anybody got any question on the levying of the tax? If not, I'll declare this public hearing closed. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. And at this time, we go into our regular council meeting, scheduled at 6 p.m., and the time right now is about 6:03. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, led by Councilperson Schonberg?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will take the roll call. Councilperson Ginever? Here. Councilperson Schonberg?
Present.
Councilperson Becker?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Councilperson Fisher?
Here, Your Honor.
Councilperson Bradley?
Here, Your Honor.
Councilperson Massa?
Present.
Councilperson Osher? Councilperson Picarella?
Present.
And at this time, I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
The motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Madam Clerk, has this agenda been posted, dated, signed, and or initialed? Has everyone had the opportunity to review the council meeting minutes for August 23rd, 2021?
I'll move to approve the minutes from the August meeting.
Second.
The motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Public comment, we have none. Check register and bills, financial reports, sales tax report. Councilperson Becker and Madam Clerk.
I will move to approve the financial report, including the sales tax report and the bills in their entirety, unless somebody wants to discuss anything.
Second.
The motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Committee reports. Water Committee, Councilperson Picarella.
I don't have anything in the clerk's report in yet.
Public Welfare and Fire, Councilperson Fisher.
I don't have anything either, Your Honor. The report is in the packet.
Building Commissioner, Mr. Cox. You have anything on that, Mr. Eisenbeis?
I do not.
Yes. Street and street lighting, Councilperson Bradley?
I don't have anything, and Daniel's report is in here. Another, busy month.
Yes, it has been.
I did have one question about sinkhole. Is that the same recurring one that's down by the park? The old park on County Road?
Where's he saying that at?
Big sinkhole on County Road.
That has to be, yeah. Yeah. I'll check that out first thing in the morning
Sure is.
with, Mr. Eisenbeis, but I'm quite sure that's what it is.
I guess it's blocked off.
Yes,
Come out of that.
it is blocked off. Anything else, Mr. Bradley?
No, sir.
Police Department, Councilperson Schonberg.
I don't have anything, Chief.
No, sir, no ma'am, report is in the packet.
Council Liaison Reports, Library Board, Councilperson Fisher.
Nothing new.
Park Board, Councilperson Osher. You have anything on that, Mr. Eisenbeis?
I do not.
Sewage Commission, Councilperson Picarella.
I don't have anything, we didn't have our meeting, last month, for lack of a forum.
Okay. Planning and Zoning, Councilperson Becker.
There was no meeting for planning and zoning for the month of September.
Zoning of Appeals, Councilperson Ginever.
I don't have anything.
Levy Commission, Councilperson Schonberg.
I don't have anything.
Public response, is there anybody in the audience that'd like to speak or something on, August 21st council meeting? Old business, we have none. New business, we have the Jeffco Fire Engine Rally. I think, Mr. Eisenbeis has put all that in your packet, but you can have the floor, Mr. Eisenbeis.
Same thing that they do every year, I believe it's this coming Saturday. They usually start at St. Pius and, travel through to Herky. So it's just their request that they do every year, permission to do that.
I move to allow the effort just go around.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Picnic license for Dara Riney. There is a police report in your packet from Mr. Reese and Chief Helms.
This is I think this is the second or third year that they do this. They have a big wiffle ball tournament down there, and they do serve alcohol, so she is required to get a picnic license. We've never really had a problem with it in the past, but we do require a check.
This is for next step.
Next step for life, yeah, it's all a fundraiser.
Right. I move to allow the picnic license.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Ordinance and resolutions. We have an ordinance 1851-2021, fixing the general library and park funds for the fiscal year 2021-2022.
Mayor, do we need to read the, levying ordinance twice tonight?
Yes.
Okay. How about the other one?
Yes, we're ready to go.
Okay. I'll move to read Bill 1851-2021 by title only on its first reading.
The motion's been made and seconded to read Bill 1851 by 2021 on its first reading by title only. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Madam Clerk, we have the first reading of Bill 1851-2021 on its first reading by title only, please.
Bill number 1851-2021 on its first reading by title only, an ordinance of the City of Crystal City in relations to and fixing the general, library, and park revenue funds for the fiscal year 2021-2022 and levying tax, therefore.
I'll move to approve Bill 1851-2021 on its first reading.
Second. The motion's been made and seconded to approve 1851-2021 on its first reading by title only. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.
And I'll move to read Bill 1851-2021 on its second and final reading by title only.
Second. The motion's been made and seconded to read Bill 1851-2021 on its final reading. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Madam Clerk, we have the second and final reading, please, by title only.
Bill number 1851-2021 on its second and final reading by title only. An ordinance of the City of Crystal City in relation to and fixing the general, library, and park revenue funds for the fiscal year 2021-2022 and levying tax therefore.
Move to approve Bill 1851-2021 on its second and final reading.
Second.
The motion's been made and seconded to approve 1851-2021 on its second and final reading. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. 1851-2021 now becomes ordinance 1851-2021. Is that correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir.
The next one we have is 1852-2021, an ordinance with Goodwin Brothers Construction Company. Oh, I'm sorry, I pulled the council. Councilperson Massa? Councilperson Pickerel?
Yes.
Councilperson Schonberg?
Yes.
Councilperson Fisher?
Yes.
Councilperson DeNever?
Yes.
Councilperson Bradley?
Yes.
Now, Bill 1851-2021 now becomes ordinance
I'm in favor of it, too.
18-2021. Oh, Mr. Becker, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony.
That's fine.
We didn't know who he was, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the next ordinance we have is 1852-2021, an ordinance for Goodwin Brothers Construction Company.
I'll move to read Bill 1852-2021 on its first reading by title only.
Second.
The motion's been made and seconded to read Bill 1852-2021 on its first reading by title only. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Madam Clerk, we have the first reading, please.
Bill number 1852-2021 on its first reading by title only. An ordinance of the City of Crystal City, Missouri, authorizing the mayor, Thomas B. Shelley, to enter into a contract with Goodwin Brothers Construction for $104,700 for the tear down and removal of city-owned structures located at 150 Huggs Landing Road, and for the tear down and removal of city-owned buildings and structures located at 200 Huggs Landing Road.
I'll move to approve Bill 1852-2021 on its first reading.
Second.
The motion been made and seconded to accept Bill 1852-2021 on its first reading by title only. Any further discussion?
Mayor, did we want to
Yes.
make a comment just on, the structure of the contract and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So, I've met, down on site with Mr. Goodwin several times. The city crews have been busy cleaning out what they could salvage that was left. We've had the water and sewer taken out, we've had the electric taken out and relocated. So everything is ready to be torn down. So these are his best guess estimates on time and material is how he's gonna bill it. Could come in less if they run into problems maybe consistent with what we ran into down at the peak when we built our new structure. The stuff that's in the ground, it could be more. We had rebar about every 2 inches, and what we thought was gonna take Bloomsdale Excavating about 3 days, took them about 3 weeks. With everything we were throwing at it and everything they had, because the foundations and footings were at least this wide and that thick, and rebar was, they built things to last back in the day. And so once they laid about 300, what do you think, Mayor, 100 yards, and then we hit those footings. And it took us about a week and a half to get through those. So this is his best guess of what he thinks will take care of these buildings. This will be every building down there except the tall salt structure. We're going to keep that for storing equipment that we don't use all the time, pavers, rollers, things of that nature. We're gonna use the slabs that are there to build some Lego block bins to store rock and pipe and things. We'll have them facing the ponds, so the back side of them will be exposed, so you won't be able to see what's in there. Scrap metal, we get a lot of scrap metal, things of that nature. I have black slats ordered for that fence in front of that, where that structure is. They're not here yet. And then the site will be cleaned up, both sites. This includes the house, the garage next door on that property we took over I guess last year. Yeah. It's gonna be the structures, I mean, they'll make it look, like a nice site, and then we're gonna keep our snowplows down there next to the salt. Once the salt is used this year, we won't restock that salt down there, we'll restock it up here, and then we'll use that tall building for concrete forms and just equipment we don't use all the time, but we still need that we can get out of there real quick.
I guess you said we're not getting any FEMA money for that?
No.
A lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but it was actually cheaper than I thought, and I think if we would go to like Spiritus or somewhere like that, I don't think they would touch that for this.
So this includes that house next to the
Yes.
street department?
Yes.
One down by the pond that always floods out?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a pretty good sized garage, or two-car garage,
Yeah.
or whatever's down there. So this is everything down there. They're gonna take the old clarifier, the big white thing you see, cave that in, cave the plant in on the basement, I mean, they know what they're doing, so, and then removing whatever structures that's left.
What did we spend at Ward One on the big white building when we did it?
On the big,
Apartments.
33rd, when we did it ourselves, I wanna say it was close to 30,000 for that two-story, something like that. But I don't,
Some of these things are not frame structures that you could just knock over with yeah.
these are all, and unbeknownst to me, but Goodwin Brothers built these structures. So he was familiar with the makeup of them, because I wanted to keep actually a section up closer to the salt bin, so we could store, our tractor underneath there that we use to cut the grass and different stuff, and he said, I don't think I would do that, it's not structurally built like that, your back wall's eroding, all this stuff, so, okay, that's what you do. So, we'll keep the slabs, and we'll make them nice so we can store materials and stuff, facing the ponds, so. We'll take this out of stormwater, because I only have about 20,000 left in our project funds, and I have to pay a $10,000 fence bill still.
Madam Clerk, where did we stand on the first reading of Bill So we're up for the second reading, correct? The first reading is already passed and everything. Okay. Did we vote on the first reading?
We have not.
Okay.
We just discussed.
Okay.
I'll move to approve 1852-2021 on its first reading by title only.
The motion's been made and seconded to approve 1852-2021 on its first reading. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.
I'll move to read Bill 1852-2021 on its second reading by title only.
Second.
The motion been made and seconded to read Bill 1852-2021 on its second and final reading. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Madam Clerk, we have the second and final reading of Bill 1852-2021, please.
Bill number 1852-2021 on its second and final reading by title only. An ordinance of the City of Crystal City, Missouri, authorizing the mayor, Thomas B. Shelley, to enter into a contract with Goodwin Brothers Construction for $104,700 for the tear down and removal of city-owned structures located at 150 Hugs Landing Road, and for the tear down and removal of city-owned buildings and structures located at 200 Hugs Landing Road.
I'll move to approve Bill 1852-2021 on its second and final reading.
Second.
The motion's been made and seconded to accept Bill 1852-2021 on its second and final reading. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. I will poll the council. Councilperson Bradley?
Yes.
Councilperson Ginever?
Yes.
Councilperson Becker?
Yes.
Councilperson Fisher?
Yes.
Councilperson Schonberg?
Yes.
Councilperson Picarella?
Yes.
And Councilperson Massa. Bill 1852-2021 now becomes 1852-2021 ordinance. Is that correct, Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir.
Next thing on the agenda is the city administrator's report.
I just had one thing I wanted to bring to your attention. This is on this document for your approval. This is the new Hickey White Park area. It's all now one parcel, which used to be 16 lots. And on here it says, this is certified that the plat of the Darrell Hickey White Park as shown hereon has been approved by the city council of City of Crystal City, which it was approved by the levy commission. I'm just showing this to you guys for your, so somebody can make a motion to approve it, and the mayor can sign the copies, and it'll be recorded. And, we turned the Hickey White Committee over, which was me, Mary, didn't answer to take it over, so it's one less meeting month I have to go to, so I don't have it.
But we still have Ms. Schonberg and Mr. Osher
Yeah, I believe.
and
there's
Mr.
a
Bacon.
committee of the park
Yeah.
board, which would be a few members of the park board and a few members of our Hickey White Park Committee to kind of carry it out and see where they go. But this has been a big obstacle getting all these together, by experience today.
Yes, it has. And Mr. Eisenbice, I appreciate your dedication to get that done.
What did you have to do to get it? I get, it's
16
in,
separate parcels here.
so it's a new deed that you had to
Yeah,
file?
so it'll be at one, all those 16 parcels, which used to be 16
Okay.
individual homes. And then there were sections of these lots that they couldn't find pins and couldn't figure out which belonged to which property. And so this started in December. I was in Hawaii when they called, they were first taking a look at it. And then so it's been an obstacle of finding things that were buried in the basement when all this was bought out. And things at the county, and then I believe that this is what they have gotten. Yeah, these are all owned, well, these are all levy lots. Okay, all right. So it's taken a while to find these pins, to get all these different, there's little parcels in there. I'll get this back to Brandon, we'll get it signed and recorded.
What kind of timeline do they think that we're on for having a plan of what we are gonna build down there?
I don't know. We handed them basically probably a two-phase proposition, I guess is what you'd call it. What we designed took up about half of the park, so what we gave them was kind of, a bike feature because the Creed Zip Cane that opened Pedal and Pie and they wanted a bike structure in there, they have some grant money and some stuff available. So we put that on there. We did a playground, and then we did a little parking lot for bathrooms, and then two, I believe, collegiate-sized basketball courts, which would take you to about the middle of that property. And then, so that would leave more phases, you know, whatever the park board decides they wanna do. We had talked about, for sure, trying to get which is probably what we'll do with the in-kind donation, a trail from Little League kinda winding through the woods opening into this park is one thing that we're trying to get done next. So that'll probably be the in-kind start, and then I would assume, I think the next round of Mercy grants, the foundation grants, Jefferson grants, I think the application is due in December. So the park board is aware that we will give them some money through the stormwater and tax, revenue, but we can't fully fund the park. So a lot's gonna have to have from grant, in-kind donations, things, donations in general. So it'll definitely have to be built in phases.
Do we know when, the park board's gonna have some meetings that people can attend to start seeing some of the?
I don't know if they will, I don't.
But right now, you're saying it's probably gonna be like a subcommittee in the park board that's?
Yeah, it sounded like there's gonna be 3 or 4 of the park board members, and then 3 or 4 of the Hickey White, committee that we had formed, and they'll take a look at what our committee came up with, and they may go with it, they may expand it, they may toss it out. As you all know, that the park board gets to make kind of their own decisions, so we just gave them what we thought the community would like to see, based on the committee that was here, or was put together over the last 6 or 8 months, and it's kind of theirs to go with now. So I would assume that they'll do it in phases, because they can't afford any more than we can afford, probably less. But I told them that we would help them along the way with some of the parks and stormwater money. So we'll go from there. But if I could get approval of this plat.
I'll make a motion to approve the plat.
Second. The motion's been made and seconded to approve the plat for the new Hickey White Park location. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Anything else, Mr. Eisenbeis?
I do not.
Thank you, sir. The mayor's report, Cobblestone I feel was a great success. It was, Lynn and I was down here that evening, and a lot of people, I've seen a lot of the council people down here as well. Had a good crowd, no trouble, correct, Chief? No trouble, and it went very well. I truly enjoyed it. Crystal City High School homecoming was a great success, and I would like to thank all that was involved in making that a success. I really enjoyed and liked the looks of the fences that they put up there. You know, we love the Hornets and all that stuff. That was great. And Mr. Casey and Mrs. Gonya and Mr. Hagan were inducted into the Crystal City Hall of Fame, and I had the honor to escort Mr. Randy Casey, through the parade and through the football field down there this past Friday evening, and I really appreciated it. One other thing is, Crystal City did get the trophy once again, I'd like to say I brung it back, but honestly, it never left, because they probably will win it one of these years, but when they do, they're gonna come and get it, just like I went and got it when we won it.
There's a COVID star.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that COVID star, that represents us also, because it was a forfeit on Festus's part, because it was in our possession at the time, so therefore it's a win for us, I mean, that's kind of the way I look at it anyway. But no, it's always a great time, and, like I said, axe throwing is not my thing to do, but, it was okay.
Somebody else's thing to do.
But, basically, that's all I have, and I appreciate, all the support on everything, too. At this time, I'll go to the round table. Councilperson Bradley?
Yeah, same on the, Cobblestone, Rick, that was a awesome
Yep.
band. I think I've heard him before a long time ago, but yeah, it was a very good band, I think, tavern, like run out of beer, food trucks, they ran out of food, it was definitely a very good time.
Yes.
Hopefully that'll show the food truck people next year that, hey, they need to return calls and show up, get a couple more out there. That's all I got.
Mr. Ginever?
Just one thing, Mr. Eisenbeis helped me out with a issue that I had with, Breckenridge property and the asphalt production. Apparently the trucks operate at night with the pulleys and the line that fills up the trucks with the asphalt and all that type of stuff, and the trucks were banging their beds to get the asphalt loose, the old asphalt loose, so they could fill up their trucks again. And all the houses right there's only about 3 of them now, but they were all complaining about it being so noisy that they couldn't sleep. So I think, Jason actually wrote to, the people, and then we also found out it's only got to be going on for about another week or so too, so. So thanks for that. That's all I got.
Mr. Becker?
I don't really have anything, Mayor, thank you.
Mr. Fisher? Wait a minute, do what? Did I hear you? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Mr. Fisher?
I just wanted to, comment that the, fire department, in addition to their 35 calls last month, I saw them with the flag out and attending events and doing a lot of stuff. When we had the cobblestone event here, the city employees were keeping the trash cleaned up and all around, staying busy all the time. I think that all the city employees, the police department, everybody did a great job.
Yes, they did. They sure did. Is that all, Mr. Fisher?
That's all I had.
Ms. Schonberg?
I do not have anything. I promise.
Mr. Picarella?
I don't have anything.
And Ms. Massa? Chief Helms? Mr. Eisenbeiss?
No, sir.
Madam Clerk? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. We are adjourned.